What up, bitches?
Good morning, motherfuckers. Good afternoon. Good evening.
And all that jazz. It's your faves. Welcome back to the shit show known as Two Girls.
No Fucks.
You are
Ashley Marie.
I am Katrina. And today we're continuing on this path of the rodeo.
Yep.
What are we talking about
Welcome
today?
to the stables, bitches.
Not the stables.
The stables. We're going all the way back to the basics. We're talking about your education, your sexual education.
Okay. And
Or
whatever that looks like.
Whatever capacity that looks like.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We're also going to give you some facts.
Ooh, we love facts. Anything else?
And maybe some stuff you need a myth bust.
Oh.
For yourself.
Okay. Cool. Oh, I know where we're going with that. It's literally like...
Boom, right there.
Light bulb central. Oh, look at that. There's one right above my head. Hi. Okay. Go ahead.
So, yeah.
You go first.
So to dive a little bit into sexual education, you could have received that from your parents or not. You could have received that from your schooling or not.
An older cousin.
Yeah, an older cousin, your friends, your neighbor. Like, you got this information from somewhere.
Yeah. However,
that also...
you also have to look at the source and where the information is coming from. Because, yeah. Did you have sex ed in high school?
I had it in junior high school and in high school.
You had it in junior high school?
Yeah.
So what's that, 12, 13? Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ. How did your mama feel about that being a course of y'all learning about that? Or did they even care?
She didn't necessarily understand. So being the child of immigrants, like, my parents were working on getting degrees here or getting, the equivalent here while I was also going to school. So it wasn't a lot of, let me help you with your homework, let me see what you're up to. It was I'm focusing on me while also overseeing that you focus on you. Just don't do nothing stupid.
Okay. That's the lesson.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
But, like, they never necessarily, like, talk to us about that either, you know?
True. I guess.
It just came to a point where, like, they were like, all right, this is kind of unavoidable. And my mom was like, oh, well, not super aggressive about it, but she had her own set of ways of looking at it, which to me didn't make sense.
Sure.
And then my dad was basically took the approach of the gym teacher in Mean Girls and was like, you have sex, you will die. And I was like, oh my shit. God. Okay. Well.
And then there's that.
Shit. Yeah, so.
Okay.
It wasn't, and then getting information from my friends, from, my cousins. Mm-hmm. It was, again, we were all either getting secondhand information or third, fourth, fifth-hand information.
Yeah.
However you could. And in that time frame, it was a lot of preaching of abstinence. Abstinence is the best way.
So and basically, don't do it.
Don't do it. But if you're gonna do it, and it was like the asterisk on something,
yeah,
like, you gotta go to the bottom and then read about.
Yeah, results may vary. It's that fine print shit.
So you followed the asterisk down to the bottom of the page, and it was like, if you are gonna do it, use a condom, use fucking dental dam, use Saran wrap, get your life together. Like,
I feel like 2 out of 3 of those would be very uncomfortable.
Take the amount of crazy rumors that were passed down about sexual health is great. Like, we'll get into that in a minute.
Okay.
But, like,
I'm like, let's get into that.
If you don't want to have a kid, take birth control, take birth control, take birth control. I will never understand this preaching of birth control. Like, you're asking me to control a problem. Okay? Yeah. I am the target. Why not unload the gun?
Maybe.
I'm saying.
Okay?
Fucker, motherfucker.
No one about to get shot if you're shooting blanks.
Exactly.
And then there's that.
Yeah, you know what they don't tell you?
What don't they tell you?
Vasectomies are reversible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, we don't. I didn't know about that until I was well in my 20s.
Nobody knows about that.
Nobody knows about that.
Outpatient procedure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Like,
can go in and pay a copay and go out.
yeah.
That's it.
You should just take hormones for like
Ever.
27, 11 years. And
Yeah. Literally forever.
Or you should tie your tubes. Or you should
remove the whole thing.
Which is not reversible, though, right?
Not
Like,
reversible. I can't just go and get another uterus and put that bitch where it was supposed to be.
The same way Gillette sends every 18-year-old boy a razor, you need to be passing out vasectomies for these dudes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Shit is reversible.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What's crazy about that is that is not taught.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
I didn't know about
Right.
this until like this year. I was like,
shit.
I was like, what? I said, excuse me, what?
Want to run that by me again?
But like, realistically, that's the way I've always seen it. Like, I am now altering the chemistry in my body because I need to prevent having a kid. And as a person who didn't respond well to birth control, like, it fucks you up.
I know that's right.
Having to remember
the whole shit up too.
Having to remember to take a pill every single day for even on the days that it's not an actual pill, it's just a sugar placebo.
Yeah.
You still have to take it so you remember, so you keep a habit,
Yeah.
so you don't slip up. They don't tell you that you continuously taking that pill, if you ever get sick, the medication that you take, the antibiotics that you take counteract that pill. Surprise, motherfuckers.
Excuse me, what? Mm-hmm. Can you run that by me again?
Wild.
What?
Wild behavior.
Wow. And here, if you haven't heard, you can hear the education I didn't get because, excuse me, what? Mm-hmm. I mean, not from you, but shut up, Ertz. Where's the lie? But yeah, what? Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Oh my God. So,
But it happens.
that.
It literally happened to me.
Wow.
But they don't teach you that. They don't they don't explain that to you.
No, of course not. Why would they? That'd be too much like right.
Crazy.
Or maybe in this case, like white.
Hey.
I mean,
But like you don't learn any of, and I understand that so explain to me a little bit about the sexual education that you received.
You mean lack thereof?
Yeah.
I was told. Okay, don't judge me. But I was told that my shit was like gold and only those worthy would be allowed to touch it.
I love that.
So no one did.
But I love that for you.
Like,
Because you got
all.
that. So I'm assuming you got that from your mom?
Of course.
Okay.
Oh, on top of if you come in this house pregnant, you ain't living here. I got that. Which also was like,
So we weren't allowed to date until we were 16. That was the rule.
okay.
And
Why 16?
I don't know. It's just a
What is it
thing.
about 16 that it's
Because
just like
people think that you're an adult. So like,
no,
motherfucker, I'm doing the same shit I was doing. I'm still washing them dishes. Like, what do you mean I'm an adult now?
no, you're not an adult. You still
Well,
can't even vote. Anyways,
exactly.
whatever.
So, that. So, it was important when you brought your first guy home to introduce him to your family and all that shit. It was like so important to make a good impression and
Sure.
to, and then that's when you started to hear a little bit more. Because anyone that's in a cultured household, in a cultured family, will understand that your family's going to talk about you when you're skinny, when you're fat, when you're fucking
Everything
looking tired. Like, they're going to make a comment about your appearance.
always and forever.
So as soon as a 16-year-old girl gets a boyfriend, they immediately start, oh, well, she looks different now. Oh, well, this, that. Mm-hmm.
God, that's annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
Like for real.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, that's trash.
But
yeah, I didn't get much of an education in that sense. I never took it in high school. I'm not sure if it was mandatory or not. I found a way around it. So
we had to bring those crazy, like, babies home. Those, like, talking baby dolls home. Yeah. That shit was terrible.
Super effective.
super terrible.
Super real life accurate.
Absolutely
this
not.
Is not what a fucking
That's
baby is
horrible.
Oh yeah,
Miss
it was
me
terrible
with that. Nope. I didn't have any education in high school, and I went to an all women's college, so I learned real quick about a lot of things.
Interesting.
On the Team Rainbow side, yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah,
but I didn't have the don't do this or bring home this experimental whatever and all of that shit. So, yeah. What are you thinking? What's
crazy.
What's next on the list?
But it's crazy the amount of information that we don't get. Because realistically, if they're not teaching abstinence, they're teaching, you're going to have sex and you're going to have an STD. You're going to have sex and you're going to get pregnant.
It's supposed to be a scare tactic.
But why all the time? Just don't tell me about it.
You're asking the lesbian.
Just don't tell me about it. Just don't tell me about it.
Just keep it, whatever it is, keep it over there.
Why do you think there's I guess in our time frame, there's an astronomical amount of kids that were having oral sex before doing anything else?
Yeah.
Because it still had the word sex in it. Yeah. If you tell them not to do it, they're going to want to do it.
True. That's spoken like a true mom right there.
Okay? Try it. Just try it. See what happens.
What would you like the education to be when your daughter grows up?
Oh, I don't care what they're teaching her in school. I'm going to have a one-on-one conversation with her.
No, I understand that. And what is that going to look like?
It's going to look like, first off, you have to be comfortable in your own body before you let anybody else.
In it,
on it, near it.
Around it.
Energy is important too.
Hello.
Then you run the show. It's your operation. At any point you could say no, it's over, it's done. And if it's not done, that's another conversation.
Okay.
But I will break it all down for her.
Sure.
And that conversation won't be any different with my son.
Right.
It'll be the same conversation.
Absolutely.
And I will break it all down for him.
Yeah.
And if at any point you would like to say no, it's over, it's done.
Right.
And if it's not done, again, that's another type of conversation.
Sure. Yeah, that's a lot to think about.
And I think because of the way that and I'm not blaming my parents because I'm sure they didn't get a good, Listen, I knew more about my period than I did about anything like that.
We understand the source in which the material is coming from and understand where their material came from. So it's like, I don't blame my mom. How was my mama supposed to talk to me about being intimate with a woman? She can't. It's not like I can go to her and be like, hey, ma. Like, I can't do that shit, I had...
Hey, ma.
Ma, I got a question.
Oh my God.
A whole lot of them. But I can't go to my mom and ask her for advice or what should I do or how should it be? All of that shit. I literally, for lack of a better, not so graphic term, I just had to dive right in and figure it out for myself. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm here until Tuesday.
That was so smooth, my guy.
I mean, that's just where we're at. You figure this shit out as you grow up. And sometimes you don't have the resources to get what you need. Or in some cases, you have society telling you that you should feel how you feel about women towards a man. And I don't. And it's like, what do I do with that? What?
Society can eat a dick.
Think about it. People now, parents now are screaming, oh, don't indoctrinate my child. Don't do this. La, la, la. At the end of every fucking Disney movie I've ever seen, they kissing at the end of it. Every single one. I'm 6 years old watching a 16-year-old not only lose her voice, lose her tail, and marry a man who happened to save a puppy on a burning ship. I get it, Ariel. I get it.
I don't get it.
I get it. However, You know, like, I'm seeing that. Stockholm Syndrome gets the beast. Like, what do you mean? So, yeah, I just have to figure that shit as you grow up. And then you also, you know, the the perk of being on an all-women's campus, you can ask the older ones what you're supposed to do. And that conversation was probably one of the most real, raw, and authentic conversations I'd ever had in my life up to that point. It's like the episode of Orange is the New Black, where Laverne Cox's character literally walks you bitches through the female private canal. Everything from a trans woman. Miss me with this. So, anyways, what else you got? I need to hydrate.
Let's see.
Is this some bullshit?
The vast majority of teenagers, 96% female, 97% male, report receiving some sort of sexual education before they are 18 years old. Some sort could mean formal or not formal, just so you know.
Okay.
A high percentage of teens report being taught about STDs, 92% male, 93% female, and how to prevent AIDS and HIV.
Oh my God.
If that's what we're focusing on, like, you're going to get a sexually transmitted disease, you're going to die, you're going to get someone pregnant or get pregnant. Why are we focusing on those things?
Because those are the ones that are the most life-altering. I don't fucking know. Again,
or when they start it with, you know, this is something that people do when they're married and in love.
Bullshit.
Like, are you joking?
The fuck out of here.
If you lie to them, again, you tell them not to do it, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
I think all of the education needs to be cleaned up. It needs to be more real.
You are a sex education teacher.
Yes.
You walk into Medford High, 11th grade. Mm-hmm. What's the curriculum look like?
So the first day of school, I'm going to put out a box and take suggestions.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm 12.
I know. We know. We can't stand you.
Oh, man.
We haven't giggled in like 15 minutes, bitch. I was trying to keep
but
it
the
light.
the last 2 episodes, I say anything, you're like, hee hee hee.
Because it's fucking hilarious. That's why. Anyways, what's the curriculum? So you got a box.
So I put out the suggestion box.
She got a box.
Bang. I put out the suggestion box, and I'll teach them what they want to know about. Like, what they're actually curious about, you know? Obviously, we'll have some base, like, you know?
Sure, you got the foundational shit.
Yeah. Like, you know? Just how to take care of yourself, mentally and physically.
Yep.
And, you know, how to regulate if you can't.
Yeah.
Because those are the most, like, I didn't learn any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And
what do you mean by regulate?
So, a lot of people, like my son, he gets overstimulated.
Okay.
And he needs to regulate. And that could be anything. That could be laying down on the floor where it's cold. Or just sitting next to me and, like, breathing me in.
Okay.
Like, whatever he needs, he does to regulate.
Right. Okay. Got it.
Sometimes I need that, and I didn't even know. Because
I think we all do.
motherfuckers
honestly.
be acting up.
I love somebody.
But, yeah. So, it would be stuff they want to know.
Okay.
Baseline stuff that I deem important, which I feel like your emotions are important. And some people are going to listen to this and be like, the world has gone soft. It's not the world has gone soft. I'm not saying baby everybody all the time.
No, but y'all bitches are mean.
Yeah.
Mean. Like, we for whatever reason, whatever entity you believe that's pulling the strings above this spinning rock in the middle of an infinite amount of universes. And this is what y'all are worried about?
Yep.
We're floating on a rock, spinning around a hot star, paying bills.
Yep.
Cut the shit. It's not that serious, bro. But whatever. Any hoosers. What else you got?
I feel like that covers most of that.
Okay.
What do you think the most wild question in the suggestion box is going to be?
That's a good question.
Probably like the children that are exploring their sexuality, asking about their specific like what do I do? Like how would I start if I'm gay? Like that would. I'd be like, ooh.
One of them would be so flippant and be like, I know this may not be your expertise, but what can you tell me about fill in the gay blank?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's funny.
Fill in the gay blank.
Fill in the gay blank.
I'd be
Pretty
like,
much.
I do not know, but let me call your uncle.
Justin!
Tell me.
Stupid.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Mertz, what was yours? What was your education like when it came to that, you know, from the male perspective?
From the Vermont perspective.
We had this sex ed teacher come in and put a condom on her fingers, and we were like, this is so fucking stupid.
Oh, my God.
Like, what?
On her fingers?
What
Not
is
even a banana?
She was like, this is how you do it. And you're like, okay.
Oh, my God. I wonder if this
I need
woman,
to
first
leave.
of all, is she still alive? Second, if she is, does she have recurring nightmares?
Yeah, right. I don't know if she's still alive. I assume she is. I feel like I would know.
There's no way.
It's not saying that you didn't need to know how to do that.
Yeah, but like that was no more helpful than just the pictures on the inside of the box, and you're like, yeah, no, I get it. Also, like, there's only really one way you could fuck this up. You know, like.
Wait, what is that one way?
So it rolls down one way.
Yeah.
But if you have it upside down, it doesn't roll. It doesn't roll down.
Oh,
and
it
then,
just catches.
Like, yeah. So it's like it just won't go one way.
And it causes
you're
more
like,
friction,
yeah.
therefore holes, breakage.
Yeah. It's just like.
We ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. Fuck.
But it's like pretty self-evident. You're just like, this is not working. It's not really like a class type of scenario.
That's fair.
Yeah, so we had that, and then on the mic we had kind of a fat dude raise his hand and be like, "What happens if a man takes birth control?" And she was like, "He would grow breasts," and we were like, "Oh, is that what happened to you?" Like a bunch of dicks.
Because now I'm curious, dude. Why did you ask that question? Because
Yeah.
were you popping your mama's?
And to keep it a buck, he had 4 sisters.
So he was
Older sisters.
Yeah, so he was.
I'm sure he could have got into some birth control.
He probably got into one of. He
Interesting.
probably ate one of them, and it was probably the sugar placebo one. And he was like, "Ooh, this shit's delicious." Went back.
That could be true.
I mean,
Or
could be true.
in that time frame, a lot of birth control was either blue or white. So if other kids are telling, "Oh, my dad takes these little blue pills," you're gonna go find little blue pills and take them.
oh my God, dead. I can't. Yikes. Okay.
That's the best.
Well, then there's that. What else you got? Are we good?
I feel like we're
I
good.
think we're good with that one. All right. Well, if you made it this far, kudos to you. Follow us on all the socials at 2girlsnofocuses. Like, share, subscribe.
Tell your mom to tell her hairdresser to get on it.
To tell her abuelita, like,
Everybody.
subscribe to this shit. Like, comment. I'm not saying this to be annoying. Like, it really helps our engagement. So hit the like, follow, and all that shit. Shout out to the Bridge Sound and Stage.
And Mertz. Woo woo.
Killing it on the other side of the soundproof glass, dealing with all of our bullshit. Do we have a quote for today?
Abstinence is the only birth control that's 100% effective.
Yep.
All right. Well, God damn, I was not expecting that. Mertz, you might have just blown my high. Because what the fuck? We'll see y'all bitches next week. Bye. I said, quote. I was like, all right, cool. Then he hit like, man. God damn. Shit. All right,
think about it, kids.
No, but there really will be that one motherfucker like, what does he mean? I don't know.